Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Taurus. Taurus, this is your October 2020 love reading. I'm going to read your energy on the left, your person, the person that you're romantically linked to on the right, but feel free to swap the energies at any time. I also urge you to play with time, you guys. This could be a relationship that you're already in or a past relationship. It could be something you're dealing with now, or it could be something that's moving towards you in October 2020. All right, Taurus, if you guys want a private reading or if you guys want to support this channel, you can check out all the details in the description box down below. Also, you can, I have all of the decks that I'm using listed in order of appearance. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm just going to ask that you guys drop me a like, a share, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what's happening for you, love and romance, October 2020. What's happening for my Taurians in love and romance, October 2020. Look at that, the Chariot, success, Cancerian energy, moving forward. Wow, victory. I love it. Some of you might be dealing with the water sign. All right, or you might have water in your chart. Taurus, you guys are coming out as the Page of Pentacles, so starting something brand new. You see your person as the High Priestess and reverse. Wow. You might be dealing with a psychic or a tarot reader. The way you see the relationship as the Devil. All right, we'll get more information. Your person, the Fool in reverse, not wanting to take a risk. All right, the way they see you, the Magician in reverse. Okay, and the way they see the relationship, the Three of Swords. Oops, sorry. The strengths of the relationship, there's that Cancerian energy that wanted to pop out, and the weaknesses. Yeah, wow, Taurus, some of you guys might be dealing with a player, or some of you guys might not be. Some I'm really picking up, there's a lot of trickery, there's a lot of toxicity in this reading. Okay, Taurus, I wish things were different. Overall energy, Queen of Cups, more water energy. Again, you either have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart, a lot of Cancerian energy. But this Queen of Cups in reverse, this is a lack of emotional balance. This is jealousy. This is somebody who's manipulative. All right. And so it's, I'm getting this is a karmic lesson, Taurus. I'm sorry that, again, this could be somebody that you have been dealing with in the past. It could be a Cancerian energy, or it could be somebody who, I really do feel like it's Cancer energy or a water sign that's either moving towards you or somebody that you've been dealing with for quite some time. The Page of Pentacles is your energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's about, starting something new. Really sort of, it could be that you're starting to sort of do like a search on this person or on their name, or just sort of maybe even asking people about this person, who are they? Some of you guys might have been single for a long time, or some of you guys might have been in a committed relationship and now you're starting to get out there, okay? Some of you guys with this Virgo new moon energy as well, you're starting something new with hellness. Wow. With the devil here. Health and wellness, also known as hellness. That's sort of ominous sounding, isn't it? Health and wellness. Some of you guys are really committed to, removing toxicity from your life, moving away from toxic relationships. It might be a pattern that you've been in for quite some time with this person or within relationships. And you're like, you know what? I don't need that anymore. I don't want it anymore. Really focusing on your frequency, raising your vibration so that you can really sort of move out of this sort of negative, toxic sort of timeline. You see your person as the High Priestess in reverse. Again, some of you guys really, I know this, I don't like to say this, I actually never say this. Some of you might feel like your person has done some sort of dark or black magic on you. The High Priestess in reverse is about clarity. It's about secrets coming out. But again, I do feel like you are involved with somebody who, I feel like you feel like they've put some sort of hex or some sort of spell on you, whether you mean that literally or figuratively. Again, you might be dealing with a reader. You might be dealing with an astrologer, somebody who works in sort of the esoteric arts. And I feel like, you know, whether that's true or not, you do really feel like this person has somehow worked some sort of magic. You know, and it could be just because you feel like this, because I feel like this is a karmic connection, Taurus, that you're having a very, very hard time purging. Okay, and that's what karmic relationships are like, you know, and sometimes we can feel like, why can't I get away from this energy? You know, it's because the lesson hasn't been learned. So some of you, you know, might be just saying like, you know, what has this person done to me that makes me keep coming back to something that I know that, you know, that doesn't work for me. And with the Devil card, yeah, because it's a karmic lesson and the lesson hasn't been quite learned yet, Taurus. Now, if this is something that you've gotten away from, some of you might be dreaming about this. Some of you might be triggered by some of the same sort of things that keep coming up for you. And that's because something here really still needs to be healed and still needs to be cleared. Now we have Mars in retrograde, so that is our masculine energy. So the way we look at progress, the way we look at sex, decision making, all of that is going through the death and the rebirth process within each and every one of us, and particularly affecting males and masculine energy. Okay, and Aries people in particular. We also have Mercury retrograde coming up, where we may be able to heal and clear the issues that we have with this situation, or if it's a recurring situation, a repeating pattern that we see in our relationships. The way you see your person, the Fool in reverse, not wanting to change, not wanting to take a risk. Some of you guys might be dealing with an addict or an alcoholic. I know this kind of comes up quite frequently for us, but that's what I'm picking up on, like that maybe, you know, this is somebody that you guys used to party with, or that you guys used to do something that wasn't quite healthy. So whether that's, you know, whether that's drug use, whether it's drinking too much, whether it's, you know, laying around all weekend and like binging on food and movies and not, you know, not having a healthy lifestyle. It can be many different things. It can also be jealousy. It can also be, you know, breakup and makeup sex, you know, where like that's like a vicious cycle that you're in. But I feel like Taurus, you've awoken to this, or you are awakening up to how toxic this is, and to sort of how much you are sort of under this spell. And you don't want to do it anymore. I think you're looking towards like how you can be successful, how you can move out of this energy. And I think, you know, there's a lot of love for this person, or you feel for this person, but this person is really stuck. And they're not willing to sort of meet you halfway, or they're not willing to change their ways. All right. And so, you know, you're seeing this person as the magician. This person might talk a lot about what they want to accomplish. You know, it can be something like weight loss. You know, it can be that, yeah, you know, I'd love, you know, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to go to the gym every day, whatever it is. I'm going to meditate all the time. I'm not going to do drugs anymore. I'm not going to drink anymore. And I think you're seeing that their actions aren't aligning with their words. You also don't trust this person anymore, Taurus. The Magician in reverse, again, this is Mercury retrograde energy. So something about Mercury retrograde is going to be very powerful for you guys and this connection, or just the way you approach love, okay? Mercury, this Magician in reverse, though, it's like you feel like this person is very manipulative. Again, some of you guys are feeling like this person has done some sort of black magic or something along those lines, whether you truly believe that, or, you know, you just feel like, you know, they always twist things around. And so I get really confused, and maybe there's a lot of gaslighting. Maybe there's just a lot of lying going on here, Taurus, okay? Now, the way this person sees the relationship is the Three of Swords. So there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of sorrow. They might feel you pulling away, Taurus. You might have, even this situation might also involve a third party situation. The issues that this person may be dealing with may go back to their childhood, really deep wounds. So again, if you're dealing with an alcoholic or you're dealing with an addict, this is not just something that they do for fun. Okay, it's something that they do to, you know, to stop the noise, to deafen the noise, to dull the pain of certain wounds that haven't been healed. Okay, and for some of you guys, this does, maybe you guys, I know that I shouldn't feel weird about saying it, but maybe some of you guys have even had like third parties in your relationships where, because I do pick up on this very sort of intense sexual attraction here between you guys, where maybe there were even threesomes. But I'm picking up that all of this sort of ended up being really toxic. It all sort of really got out of hand. The strengths of this relationship is this Cancerian energy moving forward. There's a lot of willpower here. Even though it might not feel like it with this devil energy and this high priestess in reverse, this is a strong connection. Again, many of you guys have been through a lot together, and a lot of you feel like this is spiritually guided or ordained. And what's interesting though is I'm really picking up on this being a karmic lesson for you guys that really is taking its toll on you, but it needs to be learned in order to move away from this energy. Now, the weaknesses here, we have the Seven of Cups. It's confusing. Yes, I mean, I think it's very confusing. I think you're getting lots of mixed signals. I think there's these beautiful moments of high, moments of love and amazing sex, and then there are these lows where things get really out of hand, really crazy, where sometimes you've been with this person for so long, or you trust this energy because you've been in it so long, but you know deep down that it's not true, that it can't be trusted. So it's like you're getting pulled in lots of different directions. This person may have been through really difficult times with you. Maybe like you lost a job, or maybe you had some sort of accident or some sort of trauma or something along those lines, and this person was there. And so you see those qualities in this person, of helping you, of being there, but at the same time, they might cheat on you. And it's icky energy, Taurus, with this connection. And it very well may be with the Cancerian is what I'm picking up on, okay? And it feels out of control as well. It feels volatile. It feels out of control. So the Page of Pentacles energy, Taurus, this is you. We're going to get some clarity. The Page of Pentacles, we get the Candle. Yeah, I think some of you might be moving on to a new connection. This might be an older connection. But again, you might be triggered by something. If this is a repeating pattern that you see in your relationships, if this is a repeating pattern that you see in your relationships, it's something that I think you're really going to end up healing and clearing with this Mercury in retrograde. Because I feel like, you're a romantic. I think you believe in the softer side of things. You believe in love. You believe in romance. You want healthy relationships. You may even want a healthy relationship with this person. I just don't know if that's achievable. But many of you may have even walked away from this person and, started a new relationship. And that could be, sort of this series of downward spirals. All right, the High Priestess energy in reverse, the way you see them. The Scales, okay, so yeah, I think the Scales is about like, really sort of weighing your options. I think you guys I think you're feeling like you need balance, or this person needs balance. I think, Taurus, you're starting to be, to move in a healthy direction. But with the Scales energy, I think you want to bring balance into this person's life, or you always thought that you could balance out these highs and these lows. And I feel like you haven't been able to do that. And you're seeing how out of balance this person makes you feel. But I think you're starting to actually really see it for what it is, okay? If you're dealing with a person, or if you're dealing with a repeating pattern in your love life, okay? The way you see the relationship, yeah, so this is magnetic. There's an intense sexual attraction. There's a reason that you guys keep coming back to each other, or you keep getting involved with the same type of person. This horseshoe, all I got there was magnet. There's an intense magnetic attraction, because this is a lesson, Taurus, that you needed or need to learn, okay? And until you learn the lesson, it's going to sort of keep rearing its ugly head. And I'm really getting that you will really be clearing this energy, Mercury retrograde, okay? Now, this person is the Fool in reverse. Yeah, this situation needs to end, okay? This person doesn't bring you, I feel like this person really brings you darkness. Okay, whether whether it's through their energy, there might be a lot of psychic attacks going on here, okay? So make sure that you do your protective work. And remember, you are powerful. When I talk about psychic attacks or black magic, you allow energy in, and you are not, you cannot receive this attack if you're not open and up for it. Okay, so what I don't want anybody out there to get scared, but it could just be, you know, this person sends you like venomous messages, nasty messages, you know, they're just sort of polluting your energetic field. It's really, Taurus, it's time for you to block them. Okay, it's time for you to block them. It's time for you to move on, but it's also time for you to continue to do the work, raise your vibration, because I feel like this person, you know, you may be receiving psychic attacks from them. So it might be important to see somebody or work on meditations where you really work on, you know, spackling your protective bubble here, where you really do your energetic alignments and cleansings, because this is something that, that you want to move away from, that you absolutely want to move away from. This person is just straight up toxic, no good for you. All right, they're also a liar, okay? So we get the grapes again. I'm getting for a lot of you, there may be addiction, or it could be, you know, anything that we're doing in excess, okay? And that might really fuel a lot of the arguments. Again, it might go back to childhood wounds that they have, you know, where they're just trying to deafen the noise, or they're trying to dull the pain from something that happened. And it really doesn't have a lot to do with you in particular. With this grapes, this is about abundance. So again, they might lie, they might cheat, they might steal, but I feel like because there are these underlying, you know, there are these underlying triggers for them where they do things in excess, okay? And some of you guys might just be dealing with compulsive liars, and I apologize because this energy is nasty. It is icky energy, Taurus, okay? And then we get the lady too. So, you know, this is the lady, this energy, the Three of Swords. This energy is just like, I want to get away from this energy. It's about nasty or negative energy. It's about the other woman. Okay, so again, you know, Taurus, whether or not you're in a committed relationship with this person or not, I feel like this person sees whoever you're with, even if you guys have moved on, as the other person. Okay, because I think that they really are really disillusioned about, you know, and possessive. All right. Yeah. And it's about, you know, it's about an affair. There may have been third-party situations in your relationship, but this is energy that where you have to, you know, you have to see it for what it is. You need to move away from this energy, Taurus. All right. The drum, yeah, 36. Okay, so again, you know, you have to take a look at, again, the strengths of this. I'm really getting with the Chariot energy. It's time for you to follow your heart, your own rhythm. You guys are moving into this Page of Pentacles energy, which is about being healthy, which is about being protected, about being safe, about not sort of engaging in this toxicity or in relationships where jealousy fuels your sex life. You know, where there are third-party situations, unless both parties are into it, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. It's really time for you to beat to the sound of your own drum. And what I'm getting here, Taurus, it's time to listen to your heart. You know, the drum for me is the heartbeat. It's, you know, you're getting signs and signals that it's time to move away from this, that you deserve better, that you deserve more. All right. And then you get, yeah, 33. The clock. This is 33 is the master teacher number. Okay, it's about learning. This is a lesson that needs to be learned, or if it's dealing with a past person that needed to be learned. Okay, there was a lot of confusion. You have a lot of options, Taurus, so please don't box yourself in. Don't think that this relationship was the be-all, end-all, even if some of you are having a hard time seeing beyond it or your way out. Okay, this is the master. The clock is time, healing with time, but it's also about, there's an urgency, Taurus, here for self-preservation and for you moving away from this energy. It's magnetic, it's intense, it's passionate, and I know that it's really difficult for some of you, you know, because some of you feel like that there's something within you that just keeps pulling you back into this type of relationship or to this specific person. And Spirit really wants you to heal and clear this, okay? Because this is yucky energy, Taurus. It really is. And I'm not saying that you're yucky. I'm just saying, you know, it's time to move away from manipulation, jealousy, being emotionally imbalanced. You know, with the scales here, you know, it's like you're moving in the right direction. All right, say what you mean. Again, we have the Magician in reverse, somebody there's a lot of gaslighting. They might be breadcrumbing. They might be, again, sending you these really horrible messages is what I'm getting. Some of you, maybe even out of the blue. Some of you might also be dealing with somebody who, you've moved on, and they might be, sending horrible messages to the new person that you're with. All right. And then we get victim consciousness. But remember here, you are not a victim. Now, some of you very well might be. I mean, this person really, because this person operates under this sort of delusion that either you're still theirs or that you need to do what they're doing, because they see you moving on, Taurus. They really do. They see you moving on. And, I think they're also really playing the victim, and that might sort of pull you back into this energy. Like, oh, I need to take care of them, et cetera, et cetera. They're not healthy. They're not, whatever. But remember, these are games, Taurus. Okay. These are games. We get self-sabotage. Okay. Yeah, you're moving in the right direction with that Page of Pentacles energy. Don't go backwards. Absolutely do not go backwards. And we get hole in the soul. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to read a little bit about hole in the soul. Man, you guys, Taurus, I have this, this reading is giving me a little bit of anxiety. Okay. It's just giving me anxiety because there's so much there's so much pain, and there's so much disillusionment with whoever you're dealing with or you have dealt with. That it makes me uncomfortable. It's such an imbalanced place. So one way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as a perpetual empty feeling. If as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs, and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation as you're always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect that you felt. Yeah, and I feel like this is your person, Taurus, really going back to childhood issues that really caused them to behave in this way. But remember, that's not your cross to bear. To bear. Wow, psychic slip there. Okay. We get this self-sabotage. We see these three parties. This is somebody who really operates from the shadow. Okay, really operates from the shadow. So calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring together. Yeah, and I get that. Some of you guys have moved on, and you've moved on with somebody that is adequate, and you're leaving these patterns behind, Taurus, okay? Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah. And some of you guys leaving this energy behind or leaving this particular person is hard. It's so hard with this magnet, with the horseshoe and the devil. I mean, there was this unforeseen, these are cords that you guys have that need to be cut. Okay. Getting to know each other. Yep, I feel like you guys, Taurus, this is you guys, you're moving on. You're moving on, so you need to release this energy. And I see that with the Page of Pentacles. This is a new journey. This is a new person with that too. You're getting to know each other, maybe over candlelit dinners, maybe sort of, stepping things up in your romantic life because you are moving away from this energy. And past life relationship, you've known each other before. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like this really does, this speaks to that karmic relationship. But what I'm looking at here, I mean, even though it does seem really nice, look at how he's clutching onto her. Okay. I really do feel like this is, this is that person's energy, or this repeating pattern that sort of had you in this toxic state, Taurus, and you make the effort. Don't go back. Don't go backwards. You are doing just fine. You're starting something brand new. Okay. And, it's calling in your soulmate, this person, this new person. if you've met a new person, or there may be this person moving towards you in October. For a lot of you, I feel like you have moved on, because I see this energy seeing you as like betraying them. I see this energy as, you know, them seeing this new person as a third party. But again, they're operating from a place of disillusionment, you guys. And I know this is an intense reading. I have to tell you, there's a message here for, you know, maybe not for all of you. And if it's not resonating, go ahead and check your other signs, particularly your Venus sign. Okay, when it comes to love and romance, it may give you a more complete picture, but somebody here needs to see and hear these messages, okay? Because some of you guys are dealing with something very intense, and I know this message isn't for all of you. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yeah, new beginning, releasing. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Yeah, and I think you guys, Taurus, you guys have. I think there was something that you guys shared. You know, it takes two to tango. So whether, guys, you were using together, whether you were drinking together, whether you guys were in this sort of makeup and breakup sort of cycle, maybe you guys were both making each other jealous, you know, etc., etc. All right, but either way, it wasn't healthy. I feel like you have started to look inside and examine why you were feeling this way. Again, we get that home card. I'm sorry, we get the self-sabotage card. You know, we get, you know, the hole in the soul. And I think you guys you have done the healing work. This person isn't there. Okay, this person, this energy that's attached to you is not there. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. And I think that's what you're doing, Taurus, with that Page of Pentacles, focusing on your health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, everything. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So I'm getting two things from this. One, some of you might be getting these messages from somebody who one moment is sending you venom and sending you, you know, just like, you know, sending you these sort of like these psychic attacks. And then the next moment they're like, but I love you. And I feel like that's part of the draw. I feel like this is a consistent cycle within this relationship. But what your true soulmate wants you to know, this new energy that's moving towards, but it can't move towards you until this energy is really cleared, or that you've been very strong making the effort to move away from it. Because, you know, this person here is also, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And this is the real deal. I really do feel like this is trying to peek through, Taurus, but this energy needs to be expunged. Okay, so again, there are lots of ways we can do that. Selenite is a beautiful way to cut cords. If it's with a specific person, if it's, you know, if it's just a pattern that you're seeing in relationships, it's time to go within to see what needs to be healed so that you can no longer attract that type of energy. All right, you guys, I know this was a tough reading. It's definitely tough for me as well. I can feel it. I feel this tightness in my chest, but I also do feel this real activation in my solar plexus. You guys can do this. You guys can have the love that you deserve, the life that you deserve. This doesn't define you. This doesn't need to be a part of your life anymore. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.